Hey guys, Alex Khan here, and in this video, I'm going to talk about I'm going to talk about my interest in the Transporter TV series. And before I start, I know some people will get bored with me talking a lot, so I'm going to summarize how I feel about the Transporter series. One, I've watched all the movies, the first three movies with Jason Statham, and then the last movie with Ed Skrein. Not bad, but honestly, the driving scenes are crap compared to season one of the Transporter TV series. That said, I love the Transporter season one a lot. Season two of Transporter 2 was some of the worst crap I've ever seen. So that's where I stand on the Transporter series. And if you don't want to keep watching, that's fine because I've already summarized what I'm going to talk about in this video. So let's talk about the movies really quick. So the first three Transporter movies, they all starred Jason Statham. He's a great actor. He really is. He does some really good stunt choreography. And he's got a really good on-screen charisma about him. That said, I don't really like him that much as the Transporter. He's kind of cheesy, I think, in the role of the Transporter, which is why I prefer Ed Skrein as a Transporter for the movies. But for the TV series, I do believe Chris Vance is the best out of all the Transporters portrayed on TV or film. Now, honestly, the driving scenes in all the movies, I feel like the director didn't really appreciate cars too much. Certainly, there's car action in it, but the car scenes are really quickly cut. I mean, same with the TV series, but a lot of these action sequences in the movie are fast forwarded, so you're not getting a very realistic car speed, and that's really annoying to appreciate a car chase when the action is obviously cranked up for whatever reason. Real always looks better than fast forward. Also, every time I saw the cars on screen, I feel like they didn't really care that the cars were there. When you watch the TV series for season one, I personally got a sense that the car was just as important a character as Frank Martin was as the Transporter. Not always, but I just feel like they had more respect for the car in the TV series season one. Not so much for season two. So let's talk about the cars. There's really only two main cars that the Transporter drives. Actually, it's really just one main car. But in the first movie, he drives a BMW. And I think it's a late 90s 735i. But then in Transporter 2, he makes the switch to the Audi A8L. And in Transporter 3, he drives also an Audi A8. And then same with Transporter Refueled, also an Audi A8. And also for seasons 1 and 2, mainly season 1, Frank also drives the Audi A8. So if you ask me, I think the real hero car of the Transporter series is the Audi A8 because the BMW no longer appears after the first movie. So yeah, my problem with the movies I already said. I don't like the driving scenes. I felt like I was watching Fast and Furious where there's obviously cars there, but I feel like they're not really that important. And I feel like the person who filmed those scenes didn't really care about cars very much. I just felt really let down by the car scenes in the movies. Now, when you go to season one, I believe there's a lot more car action, even per episode. And I just feel like the car scenes are just better filmed than the movies. I don't know why I feel that way. It's just my opinion. Obviously, a lower budget than the movies. Now, for some reason, in season 2, you still see the Audi A8 a little bit. Some of the episodes, you'll see the Audi at the beginning of the episode. And then when Frank takes his new mission, he ditches his Audi for whatever car is local to the region. And honestly, I felt that was a cheap way of not driving the Audi. I don't know for certain why they did that, but I can only speculate that they had less Audis to use in season 2, and they didn't have the budget to get multiple Audis for stunt driving. That's what I think. And that's what it feels like, because every chance they got a different car to drive for Frank, and it wasn't the Audi. You would see the Audi in season two doing really soft driving, but when almost every time it involved hard driving, the Audi disappeared. And basically, yeah, in these missions, you don't really see him. You don't see him at all driving the Audi in the missions. Season one, though, it's all Audi action for the most part. Maybe like 95% of the season one is his Audi, and there's a lot of rough driving. And there's a problem between seasons one and two, and there's so many problems. Season one, it felt like there was a bigger budget, had better dialogue. The dialogue in season one was really fun and energetic. When you watch the dialogue in season two, it's bland. I feel like none of the actors were very enthusiastic about reading the lines. Also, the stunt choreography in season one was very good. Season two, it was absolute crap and amateurish. I don't know what happened. It's the same actor doing the stunt choreography. So what happened? My guess is they couldn't afford the same stunt choreography from season one, and I can't confirm this because I didn't read the credits, but I feel like they got a new stunt choreographer in season two, because the fight scenes are really bad. Everything about season two felt really low budget, and it felt really bland. Season two felt like a really bland TV show, and it was no longer Frank doing transporter missions. Like, they tried to pass off the missions as being, like as transporting missions, but I felt like they just kind of turned him into a kind of like James Bond, like a very low budget James Bond, and it was crap. Like, season two no longer felt like the transporter. Also, season one had some really great sidekicks for Frank. He had the German mechanic Otto, and he also had Carla working back at headquarters to assign him missions, arrange missions, or jobs. There were jobs. Season two, they felt more like missions, but in season one, it was all about the job, and that disappeared in season two. But Carla was great. The German mechanic was funny. He loved his cars, and there was great banter between all three of those characters. Now, season two comes around, and Frank has a new helper, and it's Katerina. Like, I'm not going to fault her for the bad writing, but I just feel like it was lacking the same chemistry that Frank had in season two with his previous team. Later in season two, Frank picks up a computer specialist, and he's okay. He's kind of annoying sometimes, and even Carla says that, or not Carla. What's her name? Katerina says that about him. So I think the writers knew that about that character, that he was kind of annoying. But yeah, different team in season two, and they don't gel as well as the team in season one. It makes a big difference. So season one was fun. Everything about it was fun. The driving scenes were way more fun. Everything about season two was crap. But I got to talk about the Transporter, because Transporter season one is one of my favorite car TV shows of all time. Certainly my favorite car TV show in modern times. Nothing else really compares to season one in modern times. And I do like the fact that he drives a luxury car. It's just really awesome seeing this really elegant car being driven so hard. And I do like the style of Frank Martin. But that said, do not watch season two of The Transporter. It's garbage. It really is garbage. I should really throw season two in the garbage, because that's how I felt the makers of season two treated the audience. They treated us to this garbage, expected us to watch it. The only reason why I kept watching season two, I kept hoping for a better episode. I kept hoping it would get better. And also, I'm a completist. I want to watch everything about The Transporter. And now that I've seen it, I can tell you from hindsight that I wish I hadn't seen it. It's bad. Please do not watch it. A lot of you will like the movies better than the TV show. I don't. So that's my little rant about the Transporter TV series. it's just so weird to go from really awesome TV show to really crap TV show. Usually TV shows get better as they progress, at least between two seasons. But to go from season one awesome to season two crap, something really happened. I think it was budget, directing, choreography, writing, all across the board. Season two just failed. It failed on every possible front. I guess the one good thing about season two is that it takes you to all these exotic locales. They film a lot of scenes in like northern Africa and like Middle Eastern settings. But again, I think they did that to get away from the fact that they didn't have an Audi to trash. That's what I think. And it was just weird that they were filming all these exotic places. Again, it no longer felt like the transporter. He wasn't doing jobs anymore. He was doing missions. What do you guys think about the TV series for the transporter or the movies? Who was your favorite transporter? And what did you think as the Audi A8 for the hero car? Do you like it? What do you think about the Audi versus the BMW for the transporter hero car? What do you think? So let me know about your thoughts. I want to hear them. And that's it.